Hello, hello. It's Kevin here. Well, it's been a while since we made another one of these videos. So what we're going to have a look at now. So the previous videos that we made in this particular series, we're looking at how to write an essay, and we went through it sentence by sentence, line by line. Introduction, thesis statement, main ideas, concluding sentence, example sentence, etc. And that worked quite well. So what we're going to do now, because people keep on asking us about what do the criteria for your IELTS writing task actually mean. So we've got task response, cohesion and coherence, then you've got lexical resource, and you've got grammatical range and accuracy. So we're going to go through each of these in turn, beginning today with task achievement, task response. Task achievements for writing task 1, task responses for the essay writing task 2. So let's get started. So writing task 1, key focus areas. Now the criteria says identify all key features. So as you know, in your academic writing task 1, it could be a map, it could be a process, but usually it's going to be some kind of data. It could be a graph, chart, table, etc. So you have to clearly identify all key features. Now, there's usually 3 key major trends or features. 3, maybe 4, that's it. You don't have to write about every feature, nor do they expect you to do so. So identify all key features. So for example, in a bar chart comparing the population of 4 cities in 2000 and 2020, identify cities A's population doubled, city C remained unchanged, city B increased, city D grew slightly, and that's it. Accuracy. You must make sure that you use the figures and data as accurately as possible. So, for example, the number of cars in city B increased by 50%, from 5,000 to 7,500. Now, this is what costs a lot of you. A lot of my students fail to write a clear overview. Usually, this is paragraph 2, could be part of your introduction. You can put it at the end, though I don't recommend it because it's an overview. So again, what's those key trends and features? So OS and no figures or data here. So example, overall, city A and B showed significant growth. City C's population remained constant or unchanged, and city D experienced a slight decrease. Okay, it's got to be clear. Clearly identify key trends and features. Like it says here, in the diagram for your process, your key stages could be something like the process begins with water collection, followed by filtration, sedimentation, and ends with chemical treatment. Logical sequence. First, then, next, afterwards, final stage. You're using sequencing words. If you're writing a letter, general training. Explain the reason. That's the first thing. For your letter, it gives you the purpose, why you're writing. Then 3 points, 1 point a paragraph. So you will start off by saying, I'm writing to request, or it could be I'm writing to inquire, I'm writing to inform, I'm writing to complain, etc. Okay? Get that reason in first. Now, all points from the question. I'd like to reschedule from the 5th to the 7th. I've included my reference number for your convenience. Make sure that you get those in. Use of a consistent tone. Now, this is usually register tone. This is about the formality or informality of your letter. If you're writing to a friend, informal, hey Kev, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you for a long time, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or if it's formal, dear sir or madam, I'm writing to inquire, I would greatly appreciate, etc. You wouldn't use that if you're writing to a friend, so make sure that you get the right tone. Is it formal or informal? Respond completely, right? Both sides. For a question on whether public transport should be free, it might say discuss both views and give your opinion. Make sure that you do so. Whatever the prompt tells you, that's what you should be doing. Okay? Now, this is something also, relevant ideas. I've been talking to some of my students on italki about this just this week, about how their ideas and examples are not as relevant or clear as they should have been. So, for example, free public transport can encourage people to leave their cars at home, reducing traffic congestion and emissions. This shift not only alleviates pressure on road infrastructure, but also promotes a cleaner environment and enhances the overall quality of urban life. Okay? Make sure your opinions, make sure it's clear what you think. In my view, in my opinion. For example, in my opinion, public transport should remain affordable but not free. Make it clear right from the start. Plan your ideas. Now, I've made videos about this before. If you're watching on YouTube, my channel, I have one called the Ideas Bank, where I talk about how you can research for topics and develop your ideas beforehand. You know, I've also got a video or two about how you can generate ideas by analysing the keywords and topics, keywords, main words, in the rubric itself. So you need a plan though. Before you start writing, very important, you know, at least 5 minutes before you start, if you want to get a good essay. Now, organisation, very important. If it says, what are the advantages and disadvantages of blah, 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 then do the advantages in paragraph 2, disadvantages in paragraph 3. It's not rocket science, is it? Right? Clear organisation. If you've got a 2-part question, what causes this? How can it be solved? Do the what, paragraph 2. Do the how in paragraph number 3. Always try and leave yourself 2 to 3 minutes. I know sometimes it's not so easy, but you really need that time. You need to go back, check both your writing tasks. You might have missed some grammar, some spelling, your punctuation. Make sure that it's the best that you can do. So, key features. In task 1, right? Accurately identify, present all significant data points or trends. Okay, so it's usually what's the biggest, what's the smallest, what's changed, what's not changed. That's it, right? If it's a map, it's the most obvious changes. If it's a process, again, what are they? Filtration, sedimentation, collection. Make sure that you get those in your overview, okay? And make sure that your overview is over. Put it in paragraph 2, or put it as paragraph 2. Now, logical sequence, coherence part, though that's coming for our next video, but you also have to do it in this one too. You need to make sure that everything is logical. In task 1, stages in a process. Clear transitions, first, then, next, following, afterwards, and finally. Task 2, organise your arguments in a coherent way so it makes perfect sense. Comprehensive responses. Now, task 2, especially, make sure you include all the keywords that you took. You know, like there was one about about artists' creativity artists. It said there should be no public or government responses. So you need to mention public and government. So a logical way would be to have public responses, paragraph 2, and government, paragraph number 3. Okay? What's those key words, and try and do it in that order. And make sure that you include all of the topics. I know, again, I keep getting essays and it says something like, let me think, something about people, it says like doctors and engineers should be free. So it says something like professionals such as doctors and engineers should be free to work wherever they like. And then they don't mention doctors or engineers, or they only mention doctors. You need to make sure that you include all parts, all right? So for task 1, complete analysis. Make sure you get those key features, trends, and have a good balanced discussion of the topic, including supporting arguments. Now that depends on the question type, of course, for the essay. But as you've seen in our previous videos, I won't go into that any further. Consistent tone and clarity, all right? So if it's academic writing task 1, so no opinions. It's got to be formal, objective, not subjective. Like somebody wrote something just last week and they said there was something about why young people attend a dance class. It was something, I think it was Cambridge 19, test 1 or 2, and they said, I suppose young people attend this dance class because blah, 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 blah. Well, that's not objective, that's subjective, So don't give any reasons why you think the data shows what the data shows. Okay? Simply say or tell us what it shows. That's it. Don't be trying to guess why people do this, why they go to this class, why they purchase this particular item, or whatever. Now, writing task 1 for general training, as I said, is it formal, is it informal? Make sure that you get that down. Don't mix it. If it's a friend, hey Kev. If it's formal, dear sir or madam, I'm writing to inquire. I've got a video about this also, looking at the differences between formal and informal register and tone. So you can take a look at that if you wish. And make sure that your opinion in task 2 is clear. Make sure it's clearly stated and supported. Okay. Development of ideas. We've looked at this before, so again, I won't go into it in detail, but the criteria does talk about the quality of your ideas, the quality of your reasoning, your reasons and examples. Make sure that they're good. And for task 1, make sure that you offer sufficient detail in features or processes. So I see some people do writing task 1 in about 150 something words. Okay, but really I would be aiming for nearly 200 words to make sure that you get the sufficient level of detail. Right? 150, 160, it's like bare minimum. It's bare bones kind of writing. I would aim for 180, 190, maybe 200 maximum, to get enough detail in to talk about your features or processes. So that's something you to consider as well. Now, again, I'll say this one more time. You need to check it. You need to allocate time to revise your writing. This is crucial. People keep on coming to me and they send me their essays and they've made simple mistakes, simple errors. Prepositions, articles, they've made simple mistakes. And when I say to them, did you not see it? Oh, I didn't see that, Kev. I didn't have time. I didn't see it. Make time. Allocate time. Make sure that you check it. This is crucial. Okay? So, there we go. Hope that helped. Next video coming soon in the series is going to be cohesion and coherence. What does that criteria mean? Now, we've made many videos about essay writing, and I do explain this in many videos where I go into a lot of detail with specific examples. So if you want to check out those, go to IELTS 9 Pro. There's lots of videos in the Telegram group, link below if you're watching on YouTube, and on my channel as well. Right, hope that helps, and we'll see you for my next video.